definitely involves some form of necrophilia, but nothing that would disfigure the corpse. Hello friends, welcome to my channel where we talk about facts, theories, and opinions related to the wizarding world of Harry Potter. If you're a Potterhead like me, I would consider subscribing, but if not, that's cool too. My name is Fatma and today we're talking about Lord Voldemort's journey to immortality. Let's get into it. Voldemort, or Tom Riddle, when he was as young as 11, thought his mother as weak and simply because she died thought she could not be magical. At age 11, he had already used wandless magic on purpose. He already commanded snakes and he had even tortured his peers at the orphanage. At 11, he already knew he had no interest in dying. Dying? Yeah, no thank you. I'll pass. So from before he even joined Hogwarts, he knew he wanted to be immortal. In the wizarding world, there is more than one way of ensuring immortality, so Voldemort could have chosen something other than Horcruxes. We see two of these methods just in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, one of them being the Philosopher's Stone and the other being drinking unicorn blood. But for both of these, Voldemort would have to rely on an external object, which is something he was not interested in. He would rather not be dependent on anything else other than himself when it came to living forever. So of course he decided to go for Horcruxes, and if you're interested, I have a video where I go in detail on each and every one of these and I will link that down below. But what is a Horcrux and how is it created? We don't really find out in the books exactly how Horcruxes are created, except that you kill someone, you rip your soul, and you put your soul into an object of your choosing and kind of turn that object indestructible. All that's mentioned other than this is that it's just a horrible, disgusting process of creating that Horcrux. But there are a lot of theories circulating the internet. The most believable, in my opinion, is definitely involves some form of necrophilia, but nothing that would disfigure the corpse, because we know that when Tom Riddle Sr. was found dead, and his murder was used to create a Horcrux, there were no physical marks on him to the point where the coroner could not come up with a cause of death. And it is also suggested, and this one I definitely think is true, is that to create a Horcrux, you have to sacrifice a part of your body. Like, I don't know, your nose, your hair, a part of your tongue. Now, before Tom Riddle, any dark wizard had only created one Horcrux and that was it. But Tom was not impressed by the results since all of those people died. So given that 7 is considered to be the most magically potent number, he wanted to create 7 and confirmed that from his favorite teacher that would doing this hypothetically be possible. At age 15, Tom had already created his first Horcrux. The first Horcrux was also created with the intent that it could be handed off to an unknowing Hogwarts student who would then be possessed by Lord Voldemort's soul hidden in the diary, and the Chamber of Secrets would then be opened again to rid the school of Muggleborns. A task young Tom Riddle was unable to complete as Hogwarts was about to be closed, so he framed Hagrid and stopped his killing spree for the time being. At age 16 to 17, he already then created his next Horcrux while still at Hogwarts. After graduating Hogwarts while continuing to become more and more powerful and gathering like-minded dark wizards to become his followers, he also went looking for powerful magical objects which he could turn into Horcruxes. At this point, he was able to get his hands on 3 Hogwarts relics, which were the Diadem of Ravenclaw, the Necklace of Salazar Slytherin, and the Cup of Helga Hufflepuff, which were all turned into Horcruxes as well. With 5 Horcruxes created, there was just one more to go, so Voldemort wanted this one to be a very special murder. I just love the way evil people think. It's a special murder. So when he finds out about the prophecy, it seems almost perfect to Voldemort that when he kills Harry, he uses that murder to create his final Horcrux, thus sealing his immortality and ending the person foretold to be his doom all in one fell swoop. He is, of course, unsuccessful. The night he goes to kill the Potters, the killing curse meant for Harry rebounds on Voldemort. Voldemort, of course, does not die because he has 5 Horcruxes keeping him alive at this point. So his soul at that point is unharmed while his body is destroyed. However, unbeknownst to Voldemort, his soul still ends up breaking into further 2 pieces. One of those pieces latches itself onto Harry, while the other gets away. So part of Voldemort's plan that night is successful, which is that he gets his 7 Horcruxes, but he doesn't know this. The year he plans his return in the Goblet of Fire with Wormtail by his side, he creates yet another Horcrux. So in his mind, he's creating his 6th Horcrux in the form of Nagini, but he's actually creating a 7th Horcrux, undoing his whole plan of having these 7 pieces, as 7 is the most powerful magical number, and he ends up actually with 8 pieces of his soul. Now, Harry, on mission to kill Voldemort, first has to destroy all of the Horcruxes, but as Dumbledore would let Snape know and ask him to pass along the message to Harry in the very end, around a time when Voldemort would start keeping his pet Nagini in some sort of protection, that Harry needs to die at Voldemort's hands willingly without fighting back. It was Dumbledore's theory that Harry willingly letting Voldemort himself kill him would keep Harry alive, because when Lord Voldemort comes back to human form and gets a human body, he uses Harry's blood to do so. Because Voldemort realizes that when Lily died, to protect Harry, she triggered a bit of ancient magic which protected Harry from Voldemort. So much so that Harry could not be touched by Voldemort. So in taking Harry's blood, Voldemort was ensuring that he could cause harm to Harry. When Harry is retelling these events to Dumbledore at the end of the Goblet of Fire, he imagines that he sees this flicker of triumph in Dumbledore's eyes, and that is because Dumbledore there and then realizes that Voldemort taking on Harry's blood and Lily's protection would ensure that if and when Voldemort tries to kill Harry, it would be possible for the part of Voldemort inside Harry to die while Harry remains alive, due to Voldemort keeping Lily's protection alive. For evil Dark Lord Mastermind, like, Voldemort is just not that smart. So that's exactly what ends up happening, and the miserable thing that Harry sees on the platform is the part of Voldemort's soul inside him. Harry even warns Voldemort about this, where in the final face-off between the two of them, he tells Voldemort that I have seen what you are going to become, so you might want to try some remorse, because the only thing that can undo Horcruxes and combine someone's soul back is if the creator of the Horcruxes feels remorse for what they've done. However, the pain of that is supposed to be so bad that it would still probably kill them. And when Harry suggests this to Voldemort is the first time Harry feels like Voldemort is actually scared that Harry might actually end up defeating him. Thank you so much for watching this video until the very end. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye for now.